Hello, my name is Lorthorn, and welcome to Minecraft Kingdom Builders. Right, what is Kingdom Builders? Well, see, a couple of weeks ago, I went ahead and made a server. It's a server, modded server, where a bunch of people can play on, and I just faffed around with some mods and decided which ones I thought looked cool and which ones I didn't want, and boom, I made a server. Turns out a whole bunch of those mods didn't play nice with each other, and there's a lot of problems. The original server is called Blood and Oil, and the original thoughts is I'll have vampires and engineers and dragons and a whole bunch of stuff. Dragons had to go, but the other stuff stuck around. Now, I actually had no idea what I was going to do with this server. To sort of bibble and ball about, and I was thinking to myself, I really wanted to build a dwarven kingdom, a dwarven castle. I wanted to make khazad moria from Lord of the Rings. I thought that'd be very cool, and the mods were here kind of do that with, so that's what I started doing. And a vampire took me up on the idea, because vampires like living underground too, it's away from the sun. He likes building castles, so he started building up the khazad as well with me. And I thought, hey, wait a minute, I want to build more than khazad. I want to build hobbit holes and a whole bunch of stuff, and we have the mods that can actually utilize all this nonsense to go ahead with, because there's a certain point in Minecraft servers, depending on the people you play with, where they want to achieve ultimate power. So that'd be level 9 vampire, max level in magic, becoming a lich, becoming a uber witch, any of that stuff. Rounding out fishing and mods, and I've never really been into it. It's fun to max out in mod, but I think building is quite interesting. And so I actually wanted to focus this around building and look at what we could build. So I encourage you to come along and join the server. So to do that, to join and build with us, basically what you gotta do is you go to the description, and there'll be a link to the Discord, and you can go there. And this basically says, hey, we have a server, this is where you can join, and this is the mod pack you download to join from CurseForge. The mod pack being Blood and Oil, and the server is all findable in the Discord server. So there's all that good stuff for you to join and play with. So let's look at what we have started with our khazad, or rather a different name than khazad, because we've got Malla-Dum. So that means golden hall in the old dwarvish language, apparently. And I like gold, I like having a reference to khazad, so Malla-Dum it is. So the official entryway is kind of still a storage site with a stone cutter and forges and leather hanging and moss hanging. It's actually really quite bad. We should fix this entrance here. There is an entrance for the bigger people, such as trolls and giants, to get into as well here, which is a little secret side entrance we happen to have in the mountainside. Or if you walk along the side here, then you can skip-a-do your way through and travel through an invisible wall to enter the safe way. Now, I say it's safe, but it actually isn't. You have to jump right here, or you end up in a very nasty, pungy spike pit, which has consumed some people's inventories. So, when you see the torches, do go ahead and jump. Over here is what's supposed to be a workshop. It's turned into more of a place for me to do magic and try to figure out this maddening mod. It's also got a bed in it, a door, and it used to have the kennel for my fox. I unfortunately murdered my fox by trying to tear its organs out to see if I could give it better organs. Rip little fox friend. Now if we come down here, we've got the staircase down into the deep. Down the deep where the dragon used to sleep. And we've already got the exciting first little side door. Where does this side door lead? Well, it leads to the first residential zone, the first halls where dwarves can live. Ooh, look at that, a storage site. Ignore the boxes full of organs. Those are my organs. Please do not take them. I may need them later. And we've got an empty bedroom. You could live here if you want to. You could live in any one of these wonderful, spacious apartments. There's a whole bunch of them. There are so many apartments. And if none of these apartments strike your fancy, all along this wall here, there's a lot of apartments. But none of them strike your fancy. Well, you can carry down the hall and you can just go ahead, take your pickaxe, and make yourself a new grand apartment instead. Boom, boom, boom. And there we go. A new apartment can be made, and you can shape it to your heart's desire, if you so wish to. I invite you to come and join the Dwarven Kingdom if you wish to do that. We've got further tunnels to explore and mine in. We've got this little path down here. And, oh, if you carry on here, it leads to a staircase that goes up, 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 up. And if you join, maybe you can see what's at the top. Very interesting. I'm not going to spoil everything for you. It's also a really long walk. But if we carry on going back down, we've got... I love this area, but I feel like it could be better if mined out more to make it look natural. And it's just this giant gap of fall and you die. Dwarven health and safety does not exist, and I kind of want to exemplify that, and that's sort of what this area here is all about. We carry on down. We also get this wonderful little hallway thing here, which leads to more dwarven mining if you're so inclined to go do more mining. Just a quick little drop off, and maybe you could build something really cool in there. And then we have the cafe. It's a dwarven cafe. If you walk along here and you walk up this little staircase, not staircase, you get a lovely chair you could sit in, or you could sit and chat with someone here. We've got barrels full of bread for you to eat. The hearty dwarven food. I should make a brewery so we can have proper stuff here. Or you can loop around and walk down this way. And oh, there's like a little water supply. There's a pick and a shovel, some bread, a torch, crafting table, and a mine to be explored and have torches laid. It's sort of like a narrative thing of a nice little way stop, and then you can keep on the mining. And of course, there's a staircase going up here to the iron gated dungeon with this area sealed off. Maybe there's goblins in there. Carrying on, we've got the little path off here, which is kind of dingy and hideous, should be closed up because it's right next to the freaking throne room. Golden doors, which lead to a not so golden hall, a room filled with moths, but there is a golden throne with a big old emerald sitting in it, and a statue for worship. Nice pillars, and off the side another golden door leads down a hallway into a room for magic enchanting, laden with unused books of various different enchantments, so you can slap that onto any of your gear if you're so inclined. And then this is what the vampire's been working on, a much grander hall here. Look at this all. We've got a library work in progress, which hasn't been worked on. We've got lava with use of a lot of copper, because he thought, hey, I'll use up copper. Go ahead. Big old grand hall. Maybe a dwarven trading bazaar can be set up here. We can trade with the dwarves for all their goodies. We've got his house, which is a work in progress. House full of monsters. And as I say, he's a vampire, so it is a vampire house. Which, look out, he might bite you on the neck. He's already got himself a person, you know, he's got himself his husbando here. Now we've got a good old church set up here, with a very cross on it. It needs some work, but it's a work in progress. It's looking good. It's definitely looking good. Needs more gold though. We'll have to mine more of that. Right, maybe that's what you could do for us. You could just mine gold. Hey. And then we have the deep mines, where you can go down into the deeper mines, which has been infested with a horrible blight. Got all this terrible skulk infecting everything. It's great for getting yourself enchantments though. It gives you good XP. And just get rid of this. And every once in a while a warden spawns and ruins everyone's days. But hey, that's what comes of digging too deep. That's the first part of the deep mines, but the true deep mines begin when you continue on further down through the bedrock layer. And then we have the area where nameless things, namely me, have chewed at the roots of the world. And yeah, we've got this chaotic mess of where I've looked for diamonds. Uh-oh, time to run away. And ran away from screaming things because I don't want to deal with wardens. There's also a portal to hell down here. and supposedly diamonds in some of the mining areas. Yes, big, large, wide tunnels to which to explore and mine up further, and avoid lava and skulk and wardens all together while trying to get as much gold and resources as we can. Alright, so what mods are we playing with? Well, obviously immersive engineering, as I already showed. But we've got more than just immersive engineering. The easiest way to show off the mods is, of course, in creative mode, so let's go drop into that. So, we've got all the normal things here, but there's going to be more that you don't recognize from the normal things, of course, because there's always more when you add mods. Ignore the sausages. Seriously, ignore the sausages. It's just going to make your life easier if you ignore them. So we've got all the normal things, but then we get on to naturalists, which you can get a teddy bear from, and zebra and deer and rattlesnakes. Oh, that's nice. You can make yourself a zoo if you want to. We've got iron chests for better storage. We got the whisper wood, which you can be welcome to if you so wish to be welcome to the whisper wood. We got secret rooms, an awesome mod that adds secret hidden things which you can hide about in the world. Immersive engineering, great mod. We've got bakery mod, which adds bakery stuff. You can place them, you can decorate, you can make your own bakery. We've got a vineyard. Oh, look at that. We've got chairs and apple presses and lots of different kinds of wine to work with. And aprons. That's lovely. Immersive petroleum, if you want to do some of that, get a projector going on. Decorative blocks, might need to add more decorative blocks though. This seems like a rather limited amount of decorative blocks, so maybe we'll throw in a few more. We've got organs, yes, you can take out organs, replace organs, add new organs if you so want to. You can give yourself an animal heart. I mean, I am basically an Enderman. My body is filled up with ender bits besides my liver and my stomach, and a few blaze parts are also thrown in for fun. Don't know what sort of kingdom you could make based around this, but I mean, you could make yourself an underwater kingdom with the gills if you so desired to. Next we have vampires. Oh, so many vampires. There's, of course, the vampire hunters, there's the vampires themselves, and there are the werewolves, if you're so inclined to be a furry. We've got Lorthorn in case you want to go loot things, but don't loot too much, that makes the server cry. We got deeper caves, which I'm pretty certain is responsible for there being so much bloody skulk about, as I think it makes skulk caves more numerous, or it could be a different cave mod, I'm not certain. We got Forbidden and Arcane, which is a lovely sort of evil forbidden magic mod, which is just the coolest mod, which you can never figure out, but it's really cool if you can figure it out. It's just you never can. We've got Hexria, it's like a witchcraft mod. It's got rocket brooms. I want a rocket broom. It's also got Thor's hammer. Of course, if you don't want a rocket broom, you can make airplanes. Yes, make some gnome stuff. Speaking of gnome stuff, we've got industrial switches and alarms and lights and all sorts of fun things. We got magical PSI, so you can do weird programming magic. Botania for the druids and elves out there. Mana artifact for just straight up wizard stuff. Engineering decor, because we need more engineering decorations. I mean, everyone needs more engineering decorations. Enchanted, yet more witchcraft. I mean, it is the season for it. Beer, because dwarves and more beer. There's other mods besides that aren't quite listed there, such as we've got a boob mod, if you're so inclined to have that. And we have Origins, where you can play as many different creatures. Cobras, craftsmen, felines, knights, wildcats, thieves, rift wizards, land sharks, moths, rats, dolphins, Gaia, void, enigma, sand, war god, inkling, about 100 different things. Otters, chimeras, ice kings, kelpies, wizards, hellforged, ice spirits, pixies, flea, lost, anomaly, fallen, nine tails, igneous, artificial, golem, thornling, copper, null, kira, sporling frog, and of course everyone's favorite race to play as, or origin, whatever you may, random. I'm going to select human, and I'm going to select, of course, a class. So many classes as well. Ooh, look at all of them. You can choose a job. Let's go with miner. I'm a miner as in I mine. I'm not a miner as in I'm a miner. And of course, new things may be added from time to time if they don't break the server, or maybe if they do break the server, so we can play with new stuff and equivalent new things. You just have to ask for it. Now, so, Dwarven Kingdom. That's plan number one. That's build number one. I'm going to need a lot of gold for that, so I'm probably going to build an excavator from the immersive engineering mod, simply because that can get a lot of gold via excavation. which I want lots of gold in. Well, dwarven mining, straightforward, is nice and harmonious. Of mining normally, I feel like if dwarves had the opportunity to industrialize, sometimes they might. Now we've got this nice little cottage here by the mountain that I believe some Stardust Queen is building. And we've got this little village here, which was already at the spawn with its churches. It also looks like some funny business is going on with people cloning houses to duplicate more of them. There are people here and there scattered about with their own little homes, never building near a central hub, because why would you do that when you can hide away in the woods and make it so no one ever sees what you've done? I mean, that's just way better. So we may have to add portals or teleporters so we can go look at their stuff and nonsense instead of them hiding off in the middle of nowhere, living in horrible little caves and building vampire weirdness without actually building themselves a home. Now, somewhere, maybe through this forest, once you go far enough and we clear up all these trees, there's a little hilly country over here. It's hills that do lead to a mountain. But I could imagine that sort of in this landscape over here of maybe building hobbit homes. So it's a kind of a hilly landscape, and I think hobbit homes could definitely be placed in here, and man, do I want to build hobbit homes. Hobbit homes are the best. So definitely in this sort of hilly country next to the mountain, they could be mountainous hobbits. But somewhere in this area, maybe some hobbit homes could be installed. I think that'd be nice. I would like that. At least one, but maybe make more. Looks like someone's already started with one over here. Or this is a naturally spawning thing, but that might be just prescience to say this is naturally spawning. Indeed, this is an igloo from a very interesting mod. Adds things in different biomes and different things. So yeah. Definitely hobbiton over here, which I would absolutely adore building or watching other people build it. That's on the build list for me, is to make some hobbit homes in this area, I think. And we got this giant jungle expanse with trees and stuff nearby. You know, could build goblins or elves in there. Little goblins or elves or something else, I don't know. Maybe Aztecs in the jungle. Aztecs is always nice to build in. That sort of thing. Ooh, the plans and the things is already shaping together in my mind. Aztec elves. I don't know. Aztec elves with airplanes. Some shape got taken out here. Or maybe some hidden vampire courts. That could be a thing. Some vampire shenanigans hidden in the jungle. I mean, actually, Aztec vampires is like, that's a thing. People have done that. That's cool. I like that. The sort of blood-worshipping, blood sacrifice thing. That's Dresden Files, I believe, had that. And that could be cool in the forest, you know. Giant blood sacrifice altars to vampire gods. Or giant bat gods, who knows. There's a lot of wine stuff in here, so... Man, there's giant bats as well. Huh. There's a lot of wine stuff in here, so that seems elf adjacent appropriate. And then there's a wonderful dark forest here. All sorts of things could happen in the dark forest. Never know what might happen in the dark forest. Werewolves could hang out there instead of in their furry forest. We've got some werewolves in the dark forest. Gnomes with these giant mushrooms. You could have a little gnome society in here. You know, dig underground, have hidden gnomes, or pixies or fairies hiding about in hidden homes that only they can access because they're so tiny. Because, my goodness, pixies are tiny. All sorts of possibilities. Things I want to build myself is I want to build up the Dwarven Kingdom. I want to build out the Hobbit homes. And I maybe want to build a normal castle. Just a normal, typical castle on a nice little spot. You know? Just drop a castle down. And then maybe some sort of engineering sort of thing, like electropunk, steampunk, who knows, dealio going on somewhere. Big old crazy factory could also be cool to have built, and have a little factory kingdom going on. Have roads connecting all of them, maybe some portals, so you don't have to lock the roadways, but also with the roadways, you could build like little houses and stuff along them. That could be very cool. Look at this, there's like snow, a cherry blossom there, and we got this chasm here. So much could go on here. We could like have little bridges going across. It could be Goblin Town down there if you wanted to. Ah, it's a possibility. There's a lot of it. A lot of possibility for building and playing around and messing with various different nonsense. Definitely a lot of possibility here. So yeah, this first episode is more of me laying out my thoughts of what I plan to do and various different things. Now, if you want to see how I got some of this gear set up and did some of the things, there's a previous streams you can go watch. The streams on the channel, which are the blood and oil streams, which show some of how I got where I got. But this series isn't as much about the survival build-up aspect. That's definitely there, but I think it's more about the planning and building and going out and doing these cool things. So if you're interested in that, then it'll probably be about weekly episodes related to this thing of what I did over the week and what's happened and going about and doing it all condensed down to one form, one way or another. So that's the plan moving forward. So if you're interested in that, you can, of course, join the server and be a part of it. If you want to continue watching these, I believe you can subscribe to the channel in one way or another, and it'll give you updates, supposedly. I don't know if that's 100% effective, though, to be personally honest. Yeah, so if that's something you're into, though, definitely come along and join. And if not, well, thanks for dropping by. Anyways, so let's not die in the wilderness cold snow of the mountainside and get to work, so to say. So, hope you all enjoyed very much, and until next time, thank you very much for watching. And, as always, goodbye.